A man raised his gun and aimed at an antelope, but when he pulled the trigger, he accidentally shot the antelope in the backside. The animal ran away in the opposite direction. The man didn't rush to shoot again because, as a retired soldier, he knew the antelope was wounded and wouldn't get far. When he reached the place where the antelope was shot, he suddenly saw a lot of blood. This felt wrong. Following the blood trail, he was surprised to find a hunting dog that had been shot. He hadn't fired at any dog. He immediately realized that there must have been a gunfight nearby. He headed in the opposite direction from where the dog was found. Soon, he saw several cars parked at the foot of a hill. Curious, he carefully walked closer to investigate. He found that everyone there was already dead. Clearly, a violent gunfight had just happened. One person in a car was barely alive. The man raised his gun just in case, but the injured man only asked for a sip of water. The hunter had no water, so he took the man's weapon and left. Then, he checked the back of a nearby truck and found it full of goods. Since the cargo was untouched, someone must have run away with the money. He guessed that whoever took the money might be injured and hiding somewhere cool from the summer heat. Sure enough, he found a shadow of a person under a large tree nearby. Instead of rushing over, the hunter waited in silence for half an hour. When the person didn't move, he went to check and saw that the man was dead. Next to him was a black box. Curious, the hunter opened it. Inside was $2 million in cash. He knew this money could bring trouble, but couldn't resist. He took the money home. That night, he couldn't sleep. He felt uneasy, so he filled a kettle with water and went back to the crime scene to give water to the injured man in the car. But when he opened the car door, he saw the man had been killed. He quickly looked around and noticed several figures near his own car. He was being watched. Realizing he had been exposed, he ran in the opposite direction, but he couldn't outrun cars. He was shot in the shoulder and jumped into a river. The attackers even sent a vicious dog after him. As he reached the riverbank, he shook the water out of his gun and quickly shot the dog dead. He knew his car's license plate would reveal his identity. To protect his family, he sent his wife back to her mother's home and hid in a motel with the money. He secretly hid the box inside the air vent of room 138 and booked the neighboring room 38. This smart move saved his life. The killer had tracked him using a GPS device hidden in the money box. He believed the hunter was in room 138, so he broke down the door and shot 2 people inside. After searching the room and finding no money, he realized the box had been pulled into the next room through the air vent. He saw scratch marks and knew his target was clever. Soon, the hunter escaped to another motel. While lying in bed, the hunter sensed something was wrong. He opened the box again and found a GPS tracker inside. The blinking red light told him the killer was getting closer. He called the front desk, but no one answered. Worried, he peeked out the door but saw nothing. Still, he turned off the lights and loaded his gun. The next second, the lock on the door exploded and he was shot.